It's not some cheesy gaming rap that you've grown accustomed to. Time for that is over. This is Rags. Some of you cats might also know me as Anemic. And I'm about to go in on this thing we call Dota.
The battle begins.
Let's go. I'm the man in Dota 2. We can take it to the scrimmage. And you know that I'll be winning. Just give it 30 minutes. Ganking in the lane. Hey, yo, he's in that gross. I see him trying to kite. Yeah, let's see just how far that goes. I carry in the score, boy. He's carried in the hearse. Your tier 2 towers and your rats getting murked. Demolished was in my way from the start to the finish. Like I said in the beginning, I'm the man in Dota scrimmage. I was bossing in Dota 1. Now I'm taking it to the sequel. Okay. Demolishing my enemies are feeble. Yeah. This is abolition, there's really no competition. While trekking the expedition, I'm ready to get it kicked. First blood on me, homie, I'm a captain, you're a crony. If you're thinking it's anything else, I'ma need you to come over here and show me. Ha, I'm in the jungle, pulling them like Geppetto. And if you see that rapey, I'm telling you, don't meddle. I go hard, yeah, I'm playing for keeps. But I'm surrounded by these news who are yelling at me to feed. But I split them down the middle and turn them to nuclear feed. Then sprinkle their remains and I'm calling it legacy. Wipe his whole team and sweep him up with a broom. And you can't eat, that's how I be spelling doom. Watch for the back door, invasion in the room. This is how it's going down when I'm playing Dota 2. I'm the man in Dota 2, we can take it to the scrimmage. And you know that I'll be winning, just give it 30 minutes. Ganking in the lane, hey yo, he's in that gross. I see him trying to kite, yeah, let's see just how far that goes. I carry in the score, boy, he's carried in the hearse. Your tier 2 towers and your rats getting murked. Demolished was in my way from the start to the finish. Like I said in the beginning, I'm the man in Dota scrimmage. Call me lane support, disables initiators. Cracking out the fissure and told him the earth shaker. Or we can take it to my homie named Clockwork. He's got a rocket flare just to show you how to clock jerk. Thinking they gon' beat me, the thought of it kinda juvenile. Let me give you some clarity, not talking about consumables, but I can talk about a clash and what the fight will do to you. Your kid was coming soon to you, my team will be consuming ya. Competition over with ease, I'm in the lead. You were hiding in trees while I was killing your creeps. And I was taking out your heroes, making them fall back. You were back to the back while yelling out, fall back, fall back. And that's really what you best to do. Or I'm taking out your hero and who's next to you. Only point and picking the point that you're next to lose. This is how it's going down when I'm playing on Dota 2. I'm the man in Dota 2, we can take it to the scrimmage. And you know that I'll be winning, just give it 30 minutes. Ganking in the lane, hey yo, he's in that gross. I see him trying to kite, yeah, let's see just how far that goes. I carry in the score, boy, he's carried in the hearse. Your tier 2 towers and your rats getting murked. Demolished was in my way from the start to the finish. Like I said in the beginning, I'm the man in Dota scrimmage. I'm the man in Dota 2, we can take it to the scrimmage. And you know that I'll be winning, just give it 30 minutes. Ganking in the lane, hey yo, he's in that gross. I see him trying to kite, yeah, let's see just how far that goes. I carry in the score, boy, he's carried in the hearse. Your tier 2 towers and your rats getting murked. Demolished was in my way from the start to the finish. Like I said in the beginning, I'm the man in Dota scrimmage.
Now, I remember playing the original. It grabbed my attention because it wasn't typical. I used to play a wide variety of the custom games. Thing about Dota, it blew my mind away. It was gripping, addicting, the best thing that ever happened. Anybody that was with
Hi guys, this is another customer from your favorite customer, Mega Kai. I'm here doing game 3 of the Monday Night Randoms for ANS, or the Australian New Zealand Circuit Group. As you can see on the screen, I've got an advert there or a plugin for the next Kiwi Challenge Series 2, 12th to the 28th of July. You can add onto your Steam account of Dota 2 New Zealand to watch those games. It's going to be 18 teams going head to head for the championships of that Series 2. This is a random game, so I don't have a screen there to show you what team is versus which team, but we're going to jump straight into it. The drafting has already started, and I have some co-casters with me. I'll let them introduce themselves. Hey buddy, how's it going? Go introduce yourself.
Dire team ban.
No, you don't want to introduce yourself? Feel free to introduce yourself. Right, don't have any co-casters at this present. Perhaps they don't have the function to be able to push to talk. Although I can hear some clicking of buttons and stuff in the background. The first band being a traditional bat rider band. Nobody likes a bat rider, nobody likes a Magnus, and we see that they're banning out their bat rider because of that lasso effect. They don't want to be pulled out of position, don't want to be ganked. Also, not wanting to fight against that Firefly maneuverability, and that's what he's good at doing. And they're looking to also ban another tier 1 hero, banning out Lifestealer. Lifestealer being that strong tri lane piece hero or dual lane hero that's just really hard to deal with if he's in lane and he's not a jungler. Their first two pickups being very, very quick, being a Shadow Demon, being a Keeper of Light. Whereas the Radiant, they're choosing to ban out that next assassin. They don't want that initiate, and they don't want that global presence of the tree. And his heal, we see so many bans on him in the early pick phase, and that's because he's good at that global healing. But also, he's an amazing initiator. And their first pickup being Gyro. What do you think of these picks, my co-casters?
Oh, Gyro is always a strong solid pickup. Can lane pretty much anywhere. Lots of AoE, can contribute early. Shadow Demon Keeper, solid defensively, but they don't have a lot of lockdown, which they could cause some issues if they try and get some kills mid game. Pretty hard to roam and gank with just a Shadow Demon and a Keeper.
Yep, I don't know whether or not they're going to be in the same lane. They probably are going to be part of the same tri-lane. We're probably going to see a mana-dependent hero being added to that as the carry position, possibly a PL, although he's just been banned out, or a Tiny. Shadow Demon having that disruption, which is kind of like a semi-lockout, but more importantly having that Soul Catcher being quite strong. Juggernaut pick up there. For the Radiant team, we haven't seen much Juggernaut play in my cast in recent time. What do you think about those picks coming through right now?
Radiant team pick.
Well, what the Gyro can actually do, if you pull the Gyro, he can actually solo the safe lane fairly comfortably. So what I'd be thinking is, they're probably leaning towards setting a Juggernaut offensive tri lane. Darkseer, sure he can creep skip against the Gyro, but if he tries to dive under the tower and kill him, Rocket Barrage does an equal amount of damage to Iron Shell really, so Darkseer can't really zone Gyro away from farm.
Right, yeah, Juggernaut being picked up. Juggernaut having that powerful ward. He's got good lane presence in terms of pushing, and everyone knows the pain of Omni Knight when you get those Omni Slashes as well. Although they are random, you can control that somewhat by pulling heroes off into the jungle or isolating them away from creeps and making sure that they take the full duration or full number of swipes from that ult. That pickup for Darkseer probably going to be in the long lane solo. Is it going to be against a Gyro, or are we going to see a Gyro in a tri lane, you think?
At this stage, I'd be leaning towards a Jug offensive tri lane with a solo safe Gyro.
We see the second round of banning. We saw Rubik and Magnus being picked out. Everyone can see that on their screens. I'm kind of just reiterating it. They obviously not got some team fight in mind. They don't want to have Rubik in the mix for the opponent's team. And also, the Radiant choosing to ban an obvious PL for the Cuddle combo, but also banning at their Queen of Pain. They've got a mid in mind, and they know it's not going to do well against Queen of Pain, so they banned at their Queen of Pain. Weaver being picked up here. Do you think Weaver's going to be in that solo lane now? Where's Weaver going to go? Is he going to go mid?
5 seconds. remaining.
Well, what they're actually doing with this is they're leaving their draft fairly open, which is making it pretty hard for the Radiant team to try and pick around. I'd imagine Weaver's safe lane, but like the thing with Shadow Demon and Coddle is they can't really roam. The strength of picking a strong safe lane carry that can support himself is that you can generally free up the two supports to roam, but I don't really see how they can do that much.
We see that powerful pickup of Visage being picked up in the second round of picks, and they're into the last bane. They're banning up Puck for that mid position, perhaps because of that Queen of Pain ban, and they're looking to pick up Puck, and so they banned that out early. I'm actually thinking here that they may put Gyro middle, and they may pick up some other type of carry to be in that tri lane, but perhaps they're looking to pick up that Alchemist, perhaps. Alchemist Visage seems to be quite a common combo.
So I missed that.
Well, I was saying that there might be an Alchemist pickup here for the Radiant team.
Yeah, it's quite possible, but the thing is with that is Visage sure he has a slow, but they don't really have a guaranteed stun to set up the Alchemists. Alchemist, he's got that massive channel time. Visage, Wiener's stun can be difficult to land. And plus, if you do go an Alchemist on top of a Gyrocopter and a Juggernaut, that is kind of greedy. It's a lot of farm to split between 3 late game heroes.
Yeah, possibly. You're possibly right. And we see that last band of Sven there. That kind of being an oddball for me. I don't think the I don't know. What do you think? Do you think Sven would have fit into that lineup at all?
I really doubt Sven would have come out there.
You know, I would have thought they would have been picking up maybe even a Tiny or somebody that's gonna need that mana. I don't know.
I think maybe even a Kunkka. I think something that can go mid and has some lockdown and team fight because they don't really have anything that combos with the Darkseer right now.
5 seconds.
Yeah, well, Darkseer just naturally combos with anyone because he has that disruption. He can do an initiate or counter initiate, but he also combos really well with anyone that does magic damage because of the power of Soul Catcher. So, I mean, and also, you know, there is a natural. Yeah, you're right with the Kunkka. There you go, exactly as you called it. There's a Kunkka pick up there. What are the lanes going to be there, buddy?
I'd imagine it'd be pretty standard, just a Kunkka mid, Weave a safe lane with the Shadow Demon and Cod supporting there with the Darkseer off lane.
Right, and we see in the the hard picking scenario now here. Now been picking up a bounty. That bounty probably going to be picking up that solo lane, but potentially also being a middle. They still have options, but at this stage in the game, I would probably say he's going to be mid. Yeah, I'm thinking this bounty will be in the mid position with Lina and Visage. Lina and Visage actually working really well together because that slow from Visage can help Lina set up her stun, and then probably with a Jug in that mix there, and that puts Gyro out on the solo lane by himself. So you could probably go. The question really here is which tri lane is going to be offensive and which one's going to be defensive. Or we're looking at two defensive tri lanes.
Well, generally, if you're going to pick up a Visage, you wanna fight. You don't pick up the Visage if you don't want to fight with it. So, right, saying that, Bounty Hunter's heading top. So, looks like both teams are playing it safe.
Yep, and we have a quick look at the early game items. No one picking up any smoke, so we're not going to see any early combat. Both teams looking to play safe, so there's not going to be anything going on anyway. Only Visage picking up sentry wards.
I don't see any wards on the Dire.
Yeah, Dire having 0 wards at all, and whereas the Radiant have picked up both sets of wards. Not looking good for the Dire off the bat to start with. We see it looks like this may be a 2-1-2 split. It may not be a tri-lane at all. Oh no, it is a tri-lane. We do see bounty. Oh wait, I'm confused. Is this a 2-1-2 split?
I'd imagine the Juggernaut would be going mid and Lina is just securing the first rune. I'm not sure really.
We do have this nice natural dual combo in the bottom with Gyrocopter and Visage, and we see here that Darkseer is intruding into the Radiant jungle. He could have been picked up quite easily if they'd been all there ready to set up, but he hasn't picked up any abilities yet, so he could pick up Surge if he does get jumped. No, he's picked up Iron Shell just now, so here we go. There's a bit of harassment. Unfortunately, no one having any lockdown. Everyone having chosen nukes a little bit as their first skill, as you expect. Yeah, Lina rotating into the bottom as you said there. That tri lane probably being quite strong in comparison to the tri lane in the top, which consists of a Kotal, a Shadow Demon, and a Weaver.
Yeah, I said Darkseer is abandoning this lane, which I think is smart. I don't think he'd get a lot done against this much burst damage.
And immediately we miss out on the first blood, which consisted of a Lina stun? Yeah, Lina stun and... no, wait, I'm totally wrong. What was happening? What went on there?
No, it's just, looks like it was just Juggernaut manning up with Spin under the tower.
Oh, and that's a good play there for first blood against a Kunkka. I would have imagined that would have been the scenario only 1 minute into the game. You can see that the Dire are naturally pushing up this lane, and yet still now no one has yet still picked up any wards. Their vision is going to be somewhat restricted, particularly on these runes, which is going to make it harder for Kunkka to dominate this mid position against this Juggernaut. He really wants that rune domination. He's got that bottle, but he just does not have that support in the form of vision. Nice pull through on the
Bounty
bottom.
Hunter's also getting a lot of experience on this off lane too. There's not really much creep control coming out. They're pushing this lane too close to the tower, and Bounty's getting a lot.
Yeah, we can also see it at the same time in the bottom lane. It's kind of been
Mid lane, Juggernaut's gone down.
Miscast from me. But you can see in the bottom lane here, there's no contesting of the creeps. In fact, it's been abandoned. Darkseer has gone to jungle for some reason.
Oh, what you do see Darkseers do from time to time is they'll go into the jungle to get level 4 up, get 2 points in Surge, and that way they come out of the jungle with a Soul Ring, and that way they're just a lot more survivable, especially against all this burst damage on bottom lane.
Right, we're seeing here there's a bounty now at level 3 looking to possibly try and harass or pick off somebody if he can. Yeah, as you're right, he's gotten a lot of farm. He's outpaced them. There hasn't been any stacking or pulling, as far as I can tell. Well, there has been some, not enough to deny the. I think that's because of this illuminate. This illuminate's just pushed the line, the wave, the line. Sorry, the wave too much. Meanwhile, in the bottom, Gyro getting free farm. Having a quick look at the CS. Why is it saying that last hits are only at 2? That doesn't make any sense. Here we go. We're sitting at looking at the CS here. You can see that Gyro sitting at 11 last hits, and everybody else sitting on a reasonably. Oh no, hold on. Darkseer sitting on 21, Kunkka on 15, Gyro on 13. But you know, not big numbers for the rest of the Radiant team. They're all really low.
Especially with a completely empty lane, I would have thought Gyro would have had a lot more than that. Mid lane.
We see here Juggernaut trying to escape this
Juggernaut's
Kunkka.
got no boots.
Yeah, he's got no boots, and he's getting right close down, no problem. No ability to juke there, chosen the wrong path to escape through. No boots, yeah, basically no boots. What has he spent his money on? He hasn't got any money is the answer. His CS
Tangos, a lot of tangos.
His CS is 4. He's got 4 last hits versus Kunkka's 17, and that's the problem. That is boots. Those are blades of attack, and we're probably going to see a. Yep, there we go. There, he's got the blades of attack. We're probably going to see an early face boots on him.
Tower is under attack.
This is bad for Juggernaut too. I don't think he can even stay in this lane anymore.
We see him TPing to the bottom, just as you say that. He's looking to pick up some of this free farm that Gyro is missing out on. And now Gyro is rotating to the mid, perhaps, with the rest of the tri lane to try and shut down this out-of-control Kunkka. I don't know if that's going to be successful.
Well, they had to change up something. Juggernaut was getting crushed. I don't know if this is the right move. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I'm not picking this is going to go too well. I have seen a number of matches with a Kunkka versus a versus a Gyro in the mid, and even with some support, Kunkka's splash damage is just going to take all of them down, as opposed to him being locked down. Given that these guys don't actually have particularly good single target lockdown. In the top here, you see Bounty. He's just staying in range. He's occasionally getting some last hits. He's not being too greedy. He is looking for those easy kills. You can see there's a pull here. He's being stunned by the center, but I think he's looking to possibly steal some of the CS, or if he gets lucky, get this Shadow Demon.
Well, he's actually level 6, which is really fast for an offlane Bounty Hunter.
That would be as a result of the lane being pushed so hard in the early minutes of the game. In the bottom here, we can see a lot of harassment going down on Jug. He's not having a good time in bottom either. Darkseer has returned to the lane, and that is causing Juggernaut some issues there with the Iron Shells.
In saying that, Gyrocopter gets a solo kill on Kunkka mid.
Yeah, having used both his ult and taken a serious amount of damage. Yes, you're right, he has gotten that solo kill on mid. Totally missed by me. Do you know what happened?
It's just Rocket Barrage and cooldown, I guess. I only caught the end of it. Can't get through boat, so I guess he tried to go in, missed the boat, and then just didn't end well.
In the top position here, we see there's a bit of a hunt for this bit of a hunt for this level 6 guy, but they're not going to catch him because none of them are buying wards. We see normal wards on this Keeper of the Light, but an easy shutdown for this bounty hunter would just have been gotten a handful of sentry wards and placed them in the lane, and that would have probably helped them out enough to drive him off.
Yeah, what we're actually seeing is a solo bounty hunter zoning off their carry from farm, which is not a good sign at all.
And on the bottom, Juggernaut being forced to retreat just from a single Iron Shell yet again. He's being spotted out. He's now being pursued. Oh, he spins his ult, but is it enough? There's a stun there from Lena, but it misses completely. And everyone gets away on little health, but really 3 heroes there, and they couldn't catch a Darkseer who was diving under a tower. I think that's a win there for the Darkseer.
That's just the disadvantage of only having the Lena stun to rely upon.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Let's have a quick look at oh no, wait, I'm not going to say anything yet because I think there might be some action here with the bounty in the top lane because they're pushing this tower, and I think they're looking to charging. Yeah, he's gone invisible. They know where he is, but he's looking to try and out-harass him. I saw him before. He almost killed him with just one hit. There we go. There's a lot of right-clicking going down. There's a wave, and he goes down, and he also dies as a result.
He takes the Weaver.
He takes the Weaver, but that's a win for him. He gets the XP. Weaver gets nothing.
That's a track kill on their carry. Yeah, you'll take that any day.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, quick look at the graphs now.
I'd like to see Bounty with his 6-up rotating a bit, actually. Start getting some track gold around the rest of the team. He's already won his lane. He's done his job. I'd just like to see him start to
I
help his
guess
team
this
snowball
isn't a
the rest of the night.
competitive set team game where they play regularly, so he's probably on the mindset of a pub that, hey, I'm getting really good farm and I'm a kind of pseudo carry, so I might as well just stay here and keep getting good farm. And you can see now they've just finally got that sentry ward in the top lane, so they can now actually potentially hass him and drive him out. But I think it's a little too late. He's sitting at 8, most of them sitting at, oh wait, no, they're all sitting not too far away, higher than I thought they would be. You've got this keeper sitting at 7, although a keeper versus a bounty, the bounty's going to win. No help here from the Shadow Demon, who's level 4 trying to rotate in. He's almost killed him himself. The Shadow Demon casually just taking his time to walk in, and now he's going to probably end up dying as a result.
This Bounty's quickly getting out of control.
They can see him. He can even see him. He chooses to disrupt himself to add that extra 3 DPS to the scenario rather than the obvious choice of disrupting the actual bounty and getting more damage. And as a result, as I said, he pays for his life. Weaver comes in with a rotation, but I think it's a bit too late. I think
you can't kill him.
You can't kill him. There is some wards there, but he doesn't know exactly where he's gone, and he's lost vision on the bounty, and the bounty gets away. Taking a quick look at the graphs, you can see it's up and down all over the place. It was substantially in Radiant's favour. Then it was substantially in Dire's favour. Now it's back at almost nothing, and it is only 10 minutes into the game. In terms of gold, though, however, it is sitting at 3,000 in the favour of the Dire. Most of those probably coming out from the track kills that this bounty is providing.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified with 12 important vitamins and minerals.
Not a lot going on just at the bottom. There's some pressure here from the Darkseer in the bottom lane, and we see that who else has come to join him? We see Shadow Demon's rotated bottom because he's still only level 4. In fact, I believe he was Lena's low as well, but not as low as level 4. In fact, they're looking to get level 6 before he potentially gets level 5.
They're going on the Darkseer down bottom.
They're going on the Darkseer, changed over to the feeding Darkseer, Dark Shadow Demon. Oh wow, and Darkseer picking up some kills. It's a bit of a trade-off. It's gone in the favour of the Darkseer. Didn't go at all as they expected. Unfortunate there for the Radiant team. Meanwhile, in the middle here, we've got Kunka. Yeah, in the middle, we've just got Kunka just with a torrent and then a right click on Gyro, and Gyro just going down, and nothing Gyro really can do. He's got no mana.
Juggernaut still hasn't caught up. He's still sitting on boots and a wand.
He's got 1,000 gold though. What is he doing? What was he saving for?
Yeah.
I mean, shouldn't he at least just complete his treads and then move on to the next item?
I'd imagine so. There's no point really hanging on to gold in this stage of the game.
Yeah, and Bounty, Bounty just picking up people and running away occasionally. Although, where has he gone? Oh, he's sort of he juked them around.
Mid lane.
Yeah, he's realised that there's wards there, and he's chosen to go to mid lane here. We see a lot of damage go down on Kunkka. There's a stun. Oh wow, there's an ult and a rocket, but the rocket's just too late. Rocket barrage, and oh wow, man, he's got a shadow blade. You guys are
Picks
dead.
up the haste and this is a double kill.
Yeah. And this, Kunkka being the only player on the Dire team doing any well, keeping them in the game. Not enough countering of this bounty hunter.
Insane that Darkseer just picked up a double kill bottom on the Luna and the Juggernaut.
Oh wow, this is not going. This is a bit of a mishmash in terms of how the lanes are going. It's a bit of a windmill. On one side, you've got Bounty totally dominating on the top lane and getting free farm almost, and in the bottom lane you've got a support taking out carries. While in the middle, it's a bit of a to and fro between Kunkka and Gyro. Where do you think the game's actually at?
I'm that confused at how much offlaners can be dominating a tri-lane right now. I don't even know what to say.
Well, the golden XP says it's about 5 grand in the favour of. That's probably as a result of the kills. But let's look at the items. Items are going to tell us what's going to happen in the next few minutes. Oh wait, there's a potential engagement. No, they're going to back off. Let's get rid of that screen. We can see here there's a bit of an engagement in the bottom. They're adjusting for position. They're looking to pick up somebody. There's a wave going, an eliminate wave going out into the middle of nowhere. It does get some damage down. It does pick off Luna. Luna's going to go down to the iron shells. He's not even having to surge. Oh, he does have to surge. And that's a mega kill there. The rest of the team comes in to try and pick off this this Darkseer, but there's just not enough damage coming through.
Not enough lockdown.
Yeah. And he's now looking to go out the way that he came in, having juked them successfully, feigned his direction, and dude does it again. Oh no, they see him, tracks go down, stuns, slows,
nice chain stun.
And nukes, and that's potentially him dead. He's trying to surge away, but he just can't, not enough time. And they do actually catch him. Having a quick look at
Looks
items.
like Juggernaut's chosen to go Battle Fury as well.
Yeah, I was going to just say that he's picked up that health ring of health. But also at the same time, we've seen the Bounty is also picking up a ring of health, so potentially they're both going for Battle Furies. There's a partially complete mech on the Visage. There's nothing on the Gyro except a ring of Basilisk. But Lena carrying all the wards and having some smoke, so they might be able to go for a smoke very shortly if they want to. Especially if they take out the skipper right here. They could rotate around and pick up somebody else.
Go down.
On the Dice team, however, we've got a soul ring on this carry Darkseer. He's already got his mech up. We've already got an almost complete Lincoln Sphere on
The red mist spreads at Radiant's middle tower.
and Kunkka's got a Shadow Blade, so it's looking, item-wise, it's looking more in the favour of the Die at this stage.
Yeah, they're getting up their core items. They're almost ready. Once they get that Lincoln's on Weaver, they're pretty much ready to fly. They can group up. They've got that mech. They can start to force the issue a little bit.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
We also see that there's much more offensive, or much more effective warding from the Die team, all the way through this game. Obviously, well, no, I take that back. The beginning they didn't have any wards, and that cost them that top
Mid-lane.
Yeah. Oh. Another combination of nukes and also. Oh wait, they don't right click. Those he got dukes big time. Those yeah, what a player indeed. Those familiars being called off a fraction too early. One more split second of right clicking, and he would have been a dead Kunkka. It gave him enough time to duke out into the trees and pop that Shadow Blade and get away. So what should have been a Kunkka pickup, in fact, was nothing. And wait, this Juggernaut is diving their base?
Interesting.
but it looks like Shadow Demon is being controlled by somebody as he is traversing down into the bottom lane, and Juggernaut knows this somehow and is looking to capitalize on it perhaps? I don't know.
Dominating! Radiant's bottom tower is under
And Bounty Hunter just...
just like
Whoa. Bounty Hunter getting a kill, but then also...
He gets picked off mid.
yeah, Bounty Hunter, Conker also doing a lot of damage now that he's picked up the Crypt Blade, and this is going to be an early Daedalus for him also. Right, a lot of TPing going on,
Bottom
and we
lane,
see,
Juggernaut
see,
should go down.
no, he sees there's just
those
too many.
Visage
He
birds.
doesn't have his ult, you see. He decides he's not going
Dire's
to
top
commit.
tower is under attack.
Oh, and the mech cube charge is being used by Darkseer already, and they're going to try and dive now, pick off this Juggernaut who hasn't TP'd out, does not
Nice
have a TP
stun.
scroll. Oh wow, and we see Weaver and Darkseer both taking a lot of damage. They pick off Visage, but the familiars are still tracking them down.
Radiant's middle tower is
Ken,
under
yeah, look,
attack.
there we go. There could have almost be a dead Weaver here. He's going to hide his familiars in the trees though. Good micro there from the Visage.
Dire's top tower is under
We wouldn't say that. Weaver did manage to pick up one. That's 100 extra gold. He's not that far away from his Lincolns now either. I don't know why Juggernaut's still here. He's got no mana. He
He's
can't
used,
hold
yeah,
this
he's just
tower.
used his mana to heal himself. He just wants to be in range of denial. And we've got some reactionary TPs coming in. It is Visage yet again, popping out some more familiars.
Mega kill.
Meanwhile, Bounty Hunter is still running around and just doing whatever he feels like doing. He's just getting free farm, really. He's out of control.
Keeper can't stay by himself.
Yeah, and I think
He keeps.
even though Dire are ahead on all the graphs, they have better item farm. The only one player
Radiant has
that
just
is
won
giving
the
them any
battle
pain
to
is this
destroy its bottom tower.
one Bounty Hunter. Oh wow, and he's in the bottom.
Got a
You see
spin, Jug,
Conker,
got a
yeah.
spin.
Oh, look at that, nice spin. And a stun. Oh, it could have been comboed a lot better if he had some mana. It's also old, but unfortunately he does not. There's a surge going down on Conker to try and right-click down this Juggernaut, and it looks like it might be. Yeah, it is. And it's a double kill. Nice vacuum there from the Darkseer. We do have rotation back in from Jaro, who's looking to pick off Conker. He's going to try and
Oh, the
Try and get
cooldown
him.
misses.
and it misses. There's a rocket.
War has come to
If he kills him, oh look at that.
Dire's
And he's pinging for help. He's pinging for help, but no one's coming. Oh, and he just dies. That dive, not actually resulting in the kill.
bottom tower is
Underestimated the barrage.
top tower has fallen.
And he TPs immediately to the middle after buying back, and they're looking to push this mid tower. They want to get some gold. They feel that they've got some sort of momentum, and they want to keep that going through, straight through down to the middle racks. And meanwhile, in the top lane, Bounty's all by himself. He's looking to TP in, back down to base and help defend. And then everyone reaction in. It's now 4-on-5 potentially because, or even less. It's
Thanks,
3-on-4,
Mark,
3-on-5. This guy still hasn't reconnected. In fact, I believe Baked Potatoes may have raged out of the game. And Darkseer sitting at base don't seem to be really playing the game. As
They should
far
pick
as I
up the
can tell.
conquer here though.
Yeah, and that's because they're outnumbered. It's a numbers game. There was so many more of them than it was versus the Dire. The Dire's advantage now, looking at the graph, is starting to slowly slip away. And this the Shadow. Well, I guess the Shadow Demon is only level 5, so it doesn't really add anything to the game. But he didn't abandon the game yet, which means his money and his items are not being transferred to the other players.
Double damage.
Those who know this know that when players DC, any income that they would earn or do earn during the game actually gets distributed amongst the rest of the remaining players, which they could probably do with right now. Although we see a combination of both Juggernaut's ability and in the shurikens from what was it called? Shuriken and Jijita,
Janata.
That's the one coming from half asleep, coming from Bounty, and really just picking off somebody with it, just with a couple of clicks.
Oh, Wiener's gonna go down to the tower.
Yeah.
It's a really under-leveled Lena, actually.
This is a bit messy on both teams. The kill count's actually really close. The graphs are saying that it's only a few thousand in it between the teams, so it's not a massive gap. And it's because they've got this weird scenario where they're losing top but they're winning bottom, and people are killing people they're not supposed to be killing. But I think, you know, with the lack of the shadow demon, it is going to be a short game. And we see a stun going down. we saw lots of pinging in the mid here, not resulting in anything. Everyone's kind of confused. But we see now that there's a push here from the down the mid lane. It looks like they're going to try and go for this tier 2 tower. There could potentially be a backfire here because there is a Lena in the back position, and there is also a Batty ready to flank. There are familiars also ready to flank in the trees, and they're coming out now. They're looking for someone to stun. Stun goes down, and that's a dead Kunkka. Oh wait, it's not a dead Kunkka. The stun wasn't long enough.
No,
There's a spin.
Missed the second stun.
Yeah. And unfortunately, they're good position for flanking. Oh wait, it's not being utilised as effectively. Daxia, a boat coming into play.
Big boat.
A wall. Is there a vacuum? No vacuum, unfortunately, to follow through. It's already in cooldown.
No, he actually vacuumed into the boat.
Overall, a win there to the Dire. They only lost the support, and they picked off yet another carry.
Dire's middle tower is not what it used to be, that is for certain.
Weaver not responding to this push on the mid tower, instead choosing just to try and trade the towers. He's got his Lincolns, but he's just pushing this lane hard. He's hoping to trade a tier 1 for a tier 2, but I don't know if that's going to pay off.
Well, they should still be able to hold their tier 2 with Keeper. Just buy him enough time to put some pressure on there. Right, and so Maddie's TPing back.
Yeah, reactionary TP to the bottom to deal with this push from Weaver of the Gyro, which is probably the best hero to go down anyway with his rocket barrage, but in fact can be able to pick up this wave really easily. There's some engagement, or potentially some engagement going to happen in and around this rush pit here, with Weaver now zakoozing in and the rest of the team following through. Unfortunately, no lockdowns to stop them from escaping, and the Radiant just back right out. Oh no, look, Kunkka, this Kunkka's looking to pick off this this Gyro if he can. Yeah, he even baits him with a comment. Gyro, you're dead. Here comes the throne. Here comes the boat. And
Misses the torrent though.
and he missed both of those abilities. Gyro baiting him back, saying, "What? I don't understand." And that just shows you the power of Shadow Blades, especially when there's no wards. And we see so many Shadow Blades in this game.
Daniana's gonna dive and pick up the Darks here.
We see so much invisibility being used in this game. We see there's a bounty, right? Of course, there's a bounty. There's a Weaver. There's the Shadow Blade on Kunkka. And yet there's not this huge abundance of sentry wards or dust. There is some on Lena, but there's not a huge abundance of dust on the rest of the heroes. They don't seem to be as worried.
Vision in general, really, there's still the one ward.
Even then, I don't know if you realise, but Juggernaut was invisible. Weaver coming on with the dust, realises there's lots of invisibility to pick up on, but I don't know if he's going to get anyone. He has to use his ult, they see him. Yeah, he's going to go down.
He's been tracked up,
Yeah,
top one just on cooldown.
He's definitely going to go down here.
Monster kill!
And meanwhile, all this was happening under a sentry ward in any case. Right in the middle of the deep ward, deep what do you call it? Sorry, the warding spot here on the hill or whatever. So it was all happening under a tower. So even if he wasn't tracked, he would have gone down. And then here, tell you, someone choosing to send in Shadow Demon in the micro, but it's gonna backfire. Use the gold, you goddamn fools. Sell all the items. Put them in the well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh dear. and that's even more gold going towards the Radiant team. And this game is pretty much over, I think. I think you're going to see in the next few minutes, they're going to steamroll down this mid, they're going to push this top lane, and they're going to get the mid and top barracks. Maybe, but I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to unfold in the next few minutes.
Dire heaven or hell. Dire's top tower is in one of them.
Yeah, now we see the dust being used, finally. Still, they're just falling like flies. And with their DC, it's only a lobby game, so I'm sure people are just going to start leaving at some stage.
I can imagine it's only a matter of time now.
Recap on items and graphs, because that's the only interesting thing to talk about, because this game is not going anywhere really. It's just watch people die, just a game of watch people die. Yeah. And we see a godlike there with the free farms Battle Fury bounty, who is having a ball. This is a great game if you're him. Weaver really wants to get him though. It is confusing. It's really hard to follow. It's not traditional. It's non-traditional, I should say. Weaver looking to
Dire's bottom tower is
try and
taking
get
many wounds.
somebody with a gem. I don't know why is there a gem. He's looking just to try and right click down this bounty if he can.
They should be able to pick him up here, actually. Oh no.
They should be able to pick him up. Oh no, and that's all I heard.
No, just no follow-up.
Yeah, there we go. We can see that they're looking to go to next, and the people are now just DCing. I'm going to end the cast here, guys. Thanks for watching on the site. I can see that there is a number of people currently watching. Thanks for watching. Your patronage is appreciated. Just a quick plug-in there for you guys so you can actually see the screen. You see that there is a plug-in here for D2NZ, specifically in New Zealand. Facebook page, www.facebook.com/Dota2 New Zealand. You can add him on Steam. It's not me, it's another guy who runs his own events. You can add him on Steam. Steam account being Dota2 New Zealand or D2NZ, with the Kiwi Challenge Series 2 coming up in the 12th to the 20th of July, with 18 teams going head to head over 2 weeks. Should be an interesting event to cast. I will be only casting the beginning and end of that as a spectator caster. D2NZ will be doing all his own casting in game. I was Omega Kai, and my co-caster was.
Hi, Halcyon.
And thanks for watching.
Yeah, cheers.